And then you've also got the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board. And in one example, where they measure something differently. So for example, GRI considers employee training in part, so say that's your agenda item, right? Is to increase employee training.
Yeah.
Just say it's along those lines, right? They measure it, the GRI measures it according to the amount of money you've invested in training. Right? Whereas the SASB measures it by the number of hours you spend on training.
All right.
Now, those might be closely related, but they're not the same thing. How much you spend and how many hours of people's time you spend are completely different calculations to come to the same pass or fail grade of a metric against two different frameworks, right? They're related frameworks, but those differences and how they play out to an ultimate ESG score is what really kind of disappoints people. If you satisfy one framework, you should fundamentally be able to be judged and judged as satisfying another framework. So what you're left with, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, 100%, because the data is already there.
If the measure is subjective, well, it's next to impossible to establish a strategy based on that, right? So because there's multiple, and ESG as a grade is difficult to calculate, people start to get the impression that it's actually subjective. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. What you've got is multiple agendas, being derived from. Now, look, if you go and start doing training of your staff, not only will you be able to track how many staff you're training out of your entire staff body, but also how much you've spent, and also how many hours you spent. So imagine you have multiple frameworks that you're reporting against a single training agenda item, right? All of those things can be satisfied. All that data already exists, right? So, but this is the objection, that ESG is not measurable, at least, not in a practical way. And we'll be dealing with that for sure.